welcome to my channel. My name is Nikita Antoine, and today we'll be doing a message for the sign of Libra. As always, Libra, all of the readings are timeless, so when the message finds you and resonates, then it is yours at the time in which you find it. Libra, I have done your spread today with my triple combined deck. It is the Luna Tarot, the Dreamscape Oracle, as well as the Ethereal Visions Tarot, all by Hughes. So you'll be seeing a blend of those in your spread. So Libra, it's been a while. It's been a little too long. So it's really exciting actually to get back to the readings. So all right, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Cups. This is actually coming through as not your energy. You in this reading, you're coming through as, well, you're in your full power. So this Five of Cups is not your energy. It seems like this Five of Cups is an energy of someone that is, it's like they're shortly going to be arriving in your life. And what's coming with them is a past experience that has left them in this Five of Cups energy. So they're going through a grieving process. They're going through a grieving process, and it looks to me like although they are in this state, they're actually doing very well to making their way to you. It's almost like it feels like they intuitively know that you're the one that they need to go to in order to help alleviate this Five of Cups energy. So for a time, it seems like they're leaving this Five of Cups behind, the sadness, the grief, to come and find you. But when they're doing that, it's like they're carrying it with them, but it's not necessarily like present on their surface. So this could be someone that, you know, they could look like everything is fine, like everything is fine for them, but on the inside, this is what they're feeling, right? It's the underlining energy. So it's the energy that's not able to be, the accessibility to witness this energy is not, it's not readily available to everyone. It's like only the right person can witness this. And so it seems like whoever this is coming to you because it looks like you're the right person. So let's see, on the split, on the bridge, we have the moon. There's a lot of blues, a lot of blue energy. You know, they're going through a tough time. They're experiencing the blues. And I often say that this moon here, it to me it translates that like the color being washed out of you. So the life force, the energy, the vitality that they used to have is, it's like it's this experience is draining their energy. But this is really fascinating. It's with the moon, it feels like this, they're very well acquainted with this. So it's like, because I'm seeing in this moon, it's like she seems very comfortable being in this space. being in a space of uncertainty, not knowing whether or not they're going to get over this. Like there's a stillness that has come over them. I don't know if it's, it's like I want to characterize it as like a peaceful state, but with the 5 of Cups being the underlining energy, it's coming through as like numb, like numbing themselves. So in order to reach a state of like Zen, being very peaceful within themselves, wanting to kind of maybe put down this grief, is like they're numbing themselves. All right, so let's see what the let's see what the overall energy is. I was going to say that this moon energy also could be characterized as you, because it's like they're coming up behind you, and okay, this is really interesting. So it's they're coming to you because you have a different outlook. I'm seeing how she's looking up to the sky. It's like the one I want to say, like, one of the reasons why you seem to be the right person to go to is because they know that you have an outlook that is different from the others. Okay, so let's get an overall energy for Libra. So the overall energy is the 4 of Swords. I love this 4 of Swords because it comes with a message of that you've already experienced having to like look within yourself to find your own strength, your own, actually what's coming through is your own purity, your purity of being. And it's like you're defending that stance. I want to say perhaps it's kind of like defending yourself from these like lower vibrational energies. um and they're not like this. The 5 of Cups is not an energy that's it's not an energy that is initially like bad for you. But however, if you were to stay there, if they were to stay there, ultimately it would start affecting them in a way that they wouldn't desire. And I think that that's what that numbing sensation, that numbing themselves is. It's like you, you know that numbing the situation is not going to help. So it's like they're coming to you so that you can help them go through this 4 of Swords. So help them to look within themselves and like navigate this feeling, this sadness. You're helping to navigate their sadness while remaining like pure, which also gives me a the image of that when you Libra assist this other, their energetic signature doesn't have an impact on you. So, which is really beautiful because in the beginning of your reading, you're coming through as the Justice. So you're coming in with your full power. You are 100% in your purity, authenticity, all of those beautiful things that come along with the justice energy, speaking your truth, knowing your truth as well uh, with the lotus here. So their energy isn't impacting you, which creates the perfect space for you to be unbiased. So that's part of the reason why they're coming to you, is because there's an intrinsic knowing within them, because they're showing up as the hermit. And the hermit, talks about like knowing within, right? So there's an intrinsic knowing within them that there's no judgment coming from you while they're in this state. It's like you're acting as a release valve for them. So they've been holding all of this inside of them. So this, the hermit here, which I'm feeling into, is the other person in the other side of the equation, if you will. They're holding this Five of Cups within themselves. They're not allowing it to be seen by anybody else, because they're it's almost like they know specifically who to bring it to. Like, you are providing a safe space for them. And with this justice here, and you providing a safe space, you providing a place where they are not going to be judged for whatever has occurred, which is really interesting, because justice typically comes with a message of applying a judgment, making decisions and applying a judgment. But this justice card is very is it's different. It it's flexible and understanding. And because her sword is like tilted off to the side, there's this justice card is not absolute. Like, there are circumstances in which like there's an understanding behind that. Not all circumstances are like black and white. Like, there's a lot of gray, you know what I mean, in this experience. And so you're beautifully showing up as someone who is incredibly flexible and able to you're just able to listen, is really what's coming through. Your ability to remain in an unbiased state and just listen, and almost like basically bearing witness to this one's releasing. I was going to say it's like an unfolding, is, well, that's really all that's needed. That's really all that's needed. Like, you in this situation, whenever this hermit comes to you, it's like you don't need to say anything. Just your presence alone is what's going to bring them back into balance, because it's like you understand the imbalances that are within others, and how those imbalances help to ultimately bring them back into balance. Because it's like, once they witness and see that they are in a fallen, what's coming through is like a fallen state, then it's like they can get back up again. It's only when the scale has tipped to one side and also the other side that you can determine where the middle ground or the balance is for for themselves. And the gorgeous thing is that, like, you're not, I mean, you are doing a lot. You're providing the space. You're um listening, you're acting as a witness, but you're not, you don't have to, like, say anything or do anything that would bring them to this place faster. It's like they are able to do it on their own. Like, they've trekked through this darkness. Well, they had to trek through it to get to you ultimately, right? They had to, it's like they're having to pass through this 5 of Cups in order to get to you. It's really interesting. You see how so there's a part of them that, like, they know how to process this. They're able to do the internal processing work, essentially. But there's something in it that requires you to be like a witness. It's coming through as a witness. So they're carrying their like lamp, right? And as they come towards you, you know, this star here is helping, this star here is helping to light the way towards you. It feels as though they've just been in the darkness and they have this singular lamp, and it's like it's the only thing that they have to hold on. It's the only thing that they're able to stand on. And it's like what that is their strength. It's like the last little bit of their strength they've used to navigate themselves to you, to help with this process, this like grieving process. There's something in this though that it's like a restoration is what it's feeling like, a restoration. Because they have this little itty bitty, iota of strength that they've used to get all the way to you. And it's like almost like when they get to you, that flame that's within their lantern, it's dwindling. And it's like when they come to you, it's like they're falling as they come to you. Like it's what I'm seeing is, it seems like right when they get to you, like to your door, or right when they start to speak, it's like they completely like fall apart. I mean, it's like they can't hold it. Their strength is dwindling. So their ability to hold all of that sadness within them and not allow it to be expressed is, I mean, it's just the floodgates are opening. It's just they're pouring out. That's what I'm seeing here with this, with his cloak. Like he's coming out of the frame. So they're pouring everything out. And so it's almost like it's then you who takes it's then you who takes on this strength of like lifting. It's a restoration. It's like you're lifting them back up again, not in a it's really interesting. It's like you're not doing the work for them. That's the key here, is that you're just providing a space where they can fall, and then you're helping to kind of to lift them back up. So it could even be talking about like reminding them of their strengths in throughout this process. Because it's like they can see their own flame, but it's really, really tiny. And every time you're like, hey, do you remember that flame? Do you remember that flame within you? Do you remember your strength? Not to bottle all of that emotion in, but it's like once everything washes out, it's like that flame is barely visible, and then it's like it's like coaxing a fire, right? In order to for a fire to become like bigger, like a bonfire, you have to. You're the air. It's like you're the air to their uh, uh, gaining spark, if you will, their internal spark. You're helping to fan the flames. And as you're doing so, it's like they're taking on they're taking on that fuel, that fire, with the Ace of Pentacles. This is interesting because it's like you would almost expect for this to be the Ace of Wands, but it's gorgeous because the Ace of Pentacles is it doesn't go out easily. It's like instead of it being a flame, it's like a coal. So it holds the heat, and you can also transport it, and that's what this hermit is referring to. You know, he can now transport this coal, his internal flame, anywhere, even through the darkness, because he's got that coal, right? So he could transport it to another place and then start a fire there, and then take that coal and then go to another place. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's a more stable and foundational form of their own internal like spark, or their own internal strength within themselves. It's really gorgeous because it's like you help to kind of relight their lantern, and they're ending they're ending the reading. It's interesting. It's almost like this reading really has, not that it has nothing to do with you, but like you're able to, like, this whole situation, it's like you're able to take yourself out of the equation, and it's like you're realizing your place as being able to restore their strength. So they're ending off here with the Emperor, and you know they've got their coal, and it's in their hands, like they're holding it. They're restored. They're back in their power. You know, yes, of course they might still be feeling, you know, um a little bit of grief. Actually, that was interesting. I was hearing the word resentment. I wasn't feeling that though. So they might be still like experiencing the sadness, but it's like this is the turning point for them. You know, it's like they finally have turned around and found that Two of Cups, which I want to say is you, and you have helped to restore them to their original strength. You know, and even in the tarot, just traditional tarot, the Hermit is actually a fallen emperor. He's an emperor who's lost his kingdom, and so he goes out on a pilgrimage, right, to search within himself, and then he comes. It's like he comes back and establishes his new kingdom. So it's like that's what you're helping to do for this emperor, is helping to restore him to his original state, his original power, so that he can establish a new kingdom for himself. That's gorgeous. All right, Libra. So, if any of this resonated for you, I will be pulling some more cards, and you can find the link for the extended in the description box. I'll see you there. Bye.